A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Here we are again in Pakistan International School Taif virtual learning system. Welcome you all students in class 5 social studies. So this is your 5th class social study book and I am your teacher Saeed Ahmad Lagari. As you know very well, in the last lecture we have completed second lesson of our fifth class is social study book. So our lesson was completed in the last lecture. Now we are completing its question and answers and also exercise. So in this exercise, question number 1, in what way does the climate affect our lives? So here is the answer. Climate have a great effect on people and the way they live. Climate also has an effect on the clothes we wear, food we eat, and way we spend our time. In warm climate, people can take part in outdoor and water sports, as we have learned in our second lesson. So this is the answer of the first question. So question number 2, why do the people of the Arctic region build houses out of snow? So they build a house out of snow. So the answer is the people of Arctic region are called Inuit because there are no trees. The Inuits used to build their houses called igloos out of blocks of snow. So igloos are the names of the houses which are built by the snows. So this is the answer of second question. So question number 3 is your homework, and now we are solving question number 4. Question number 4, what are some of the factors that influence climate? So answer is, following are the factors that influence climate. Number 1, amount of rainfall. Number 2, direction and frequency of the wind. Number 3, amount of water vapor in the air. Number 4, hills or mountains. So this is our question number 4 and its answer. So now we are going into the work page and completing our work page also. So work page, our exercise number A, study the table on page number 8, so which is given in page number 8, and then answer these questions. So now number 1, the place with the highest annual rainfall. So in the page number 8 we have learned it. So Murray is the highest amount of highest rainfall. It is equal to 1789.3 millimeter of rainfall. Number 2, the place with the lowest annual rainfall, Nok Kundi, have the 35.3 millimeter of rainfall, which is to be lowest rainfall. Question number 3, the place with the lowest average winter temperature. Yes, its answer is Murray, which have average of the lowest average temperature is 20.6 degree. So the place with the lowest average winter temperature is 20.6 degrees centigrade. The place, question number 4, the place with the highest average summer temperature, Jacobabad, have the highest summer temperature is 53 degrees centigrade once it has been recorded. So question number 5, compare the climate of Murray and Quetta, how are they alike and how they are different? So here is the answer. The climate in these two cities almost same, but Quetta is hotter than Murray in summer. So our exercise A work page is completed now. So now the second exercise, which is B exercise of the same page number 5. So now read and mark the sentences below are as true and false. True for T and false for F. So number 1, places near the poles are often very warm. So its answer is, this answer is false. So places near the poles are often very warm. This is false. People living in the cold climate build houses with a sloping roof. Yes, its answer is true. Murray. So now first we are talking about this one, number 4, then we come to the 3. Number 4, climate affects how we live. So this is also true. Question number 5, wheat needs a lot of heat and rainfall to grow well. This is false. And number 3, we are coming to the number 3, Murray has very dry climate with a little rainfall. This is false. So this is our exercise, and work page number B is completed. Now we are starting our lesson number 3, life in the desert. So now we are reading, and then I will give you explanation. There are many deserts in the world, in both hemispheres. So what are the hemispheres? Look at this map. This line is to be called as a equator line. Upward is to be called as a north, and the downward is called the south. So this upper portion, which is to be called a north hemisphere, and this lower portion, which is to be called as a south or southern hemisphere. So this is called the northern hemisphere, and this lower to the equator is called the southern hemisphere. Deserts form in places where there is a little rain and sparse vegetation. As you can see in the map below, most of the deserts are in the western part of the continent. So this is the map of the continent, and here is the western part, and mostly deserts are to be located in this part. Here is the key point, and this color is showing us the desert. So here you can look at here, most of the deserts are in the western parts, and very little, only one desert is to be on the southern hemisphere. So it is clear for you. So now in the page number 11, some of the now we talk about the types of the deserts. Some of the different types of the deserts are described here. Number 1, the tropical deserts. These are close to the tropics, north and south of the equator, as we have learned in the previous page, and it is clear. The equator line and upward to the equator are the north, and downward to the equator are the south, as we have learned in the previous lecture. Look at here. This is the north, is the upward, and this is the downward. So it was clear. So these are close to the tropics, north and south of the equator. The winds that blow across these deserts are dry, so very little rainfall falls here. The Sahara Desert, the Arabian Desert, and the Kalahari deserts are deserts of this type. So look at this. This is the picture of the tropical deserts. So how many deserts? These are the deserts: the Sahara Desert, the Arabian Desert, and Kalahari deserts are deserts of this type. So now we are talking about the continental deserts. These deserts are in the middle of the continent. Winds do not bring rain clouds so far inland. The Gobi Desert and Kazayal Kazayalkam Desert and the other desert and Dashtalat in the Iran are the examples of continent deserts. So these are the continental deserts which are to be located in the different places. So these deserts are in the middle continent. So these are the pictures of the continental deserts. So now we are talking about the rain shadow deserts. Some places there are mountain ranges which block the winds that bring rain clouds. Rain falls on one side but not on the other side, which is called the rain shadow area. The land here often gets so little rain that it becomes a desert. California's Death Valley is one such a desert. The Atacama Deserts in Chile, South America, is in the rain shadow of the Andes Mountains. It has not receiving any rainfall for several years and is known as the desert place on earth. So these are the rain shadow deserts. So these are the pictures of the different rain shadow deserts. So look at this one, this picture, and this picture. So these showing us the rain shadow deserts of different places. So now we are moving into the page number 12. Coastal deserts. In some coastal areas, dry land winds blow through the year. They do not carry much moisture, so no rain falls on and the land becomes a desert. The name desert is in Namibia is coastal desert. So these are the pictures of the coastal deserts. Now we are talking about the climate. All deserts have very low rainfall and sometimes there is a no rain for several years. Deserts are also hot places. In some deserts, temperature up to 60 degrees centigrade have been recorded. In most deserts, it is hot during the day but very cold at night. During the day, the land heats up very quickly. At night, the heat escapes quickly too. The local winds in a desert are usually hot, dry, and dusty. They make life very uncomfortable. These winds have local names. In the northern Sahara, they are called the Khamsin. In the south, the Harmatan. So in the Mediterranean, they are known as the Sirocco. So these are the different names they are called in different places. Sometimes there are whirlwind, sometimes there are sandstorms. The wind in a sandstorm is so strong that the sand is blown all over the place. So now we are talking about the page number 8 and we are reading page number 8, land. So look at these picture different types of the lands. So this is the rocky, and this is the rocky deserts, and this is the sandy desert. So now we are talking about the land. About 1/8 of the Earth's land surface is deserts. How much? 1/8. It means eighth part of the world is covered with deserts. But not all deserts are sand. Some are rocky. Some deserts are caused by too much cultivation. When good fertile land is used for too long, too many trees are cut down, and all the water is used up, the land becomes barren and unproductive. Deserts are also created when grazing animals eat up all the vegetation, and land gradually becomes barren, means there is nothing to be produces, no greenery. Those lands are to be called as a barren lands. The dry soil is blown away, and winds and plant can not longer grow here. In sandy deserts, so look at here, these are the sandy deserts. In sandy deserts, the sand is not always flat. Crescent, crescent shaped dunes are formed by the wind. So look at here, these are the crescent type of the dunes are to be produces in sandy deserts. In deserts in the Middle East, there are dry riverbeds called wadis. And there is any rain at all, a wadi can flood within a minutes. So these types of the deserts are to be given in this page. Here are the rocky deserts and here are the sandy deserts. So these are called the on-land deserts. So we have talked about the different type of the deserts. I think you have understand very well. So first part of our this third chapter is completed. Inshallah, the second part we will talk in the next lecture. This is the end of our lecture. Thank you very much all, and wish you all the best.